welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Tonight, we're on to week 2 of the NFL season. We got a good one on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Miami Dolphins. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guys coming off a road victory in the opener, looking to make it 2 straight to start the year. Then on the Dolphins side, you've got Mike McDaniel. His guys also winners in week 1, so a couple of 1-0 teams ready to get. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Primetime. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Leading them out, their young quarterback, the rookie from LSU.
And a very promising debut in week 1. Let's face it, rookie quarterback, anytime you go out in week 1 that way and get a victory, you take that as a giant positive as a team and as a player. Now, he'll work on improving his own individual play while continuing to help his team win.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On play action, they'll throw. His throw incomplete. Crowd getting in it a bit already. Here's an early 3rd and 10.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Now back to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a 1st down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, known as capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
On the ground, this is Devon Achane. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Dolphins put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Chad Ryland now to add the PAT. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Dolphins. Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 92 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, obviously, he didn't have a great deal of time between games, having to turn around on a short week and get ready for Thursday night football. But he's sitting pregame.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 38-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. A good throw there, and this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the huddle? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's third down.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
First and goal, New York.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. Here's 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. He'll look to throw. And they'll find the open man. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That 3rd down conversion good for 23. We are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jermaine Johnson. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They're going to look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He's going to go up top again. This is caught inside the 15. And on the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for the Dolphins. Ryland now following the touchdown, back out to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. That is caught. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
That's good for a Jets. First down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
First down. First and goal at the 1-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. It's the fullback. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from drawing level. And, boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. No. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Dolphins offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And what a start he's off to. You don't want to start prorating numbers out for 4 quarters, but it's fair to say this defense is going to have to find some way to slow him down. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
27 yards. That's good for a Dolphins First down.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Eligible receiver downfield.
Let's see who this is on. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Pretty entertaining start. 14-all the score on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. In motion goes the tight end. 2nd and 13. Throwing middle, and it's complete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. The Jets offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And he has been a big component of the passing game so far. You see the numbers for this first half. This defense is going to need to find some way to key in on him because he is eating them up right now. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
So from the 22, here's 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
He'll drop to throw. McKinnon here, it's complete. Rookie to rookie on the hookup there, and it's a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Back to throw here. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the Dolphins' 43-yard line.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Dolphins offense returning to the field.
We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Now a toss right side, HM with it.
And he'll take this one up to about the 13. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Back to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
The 20-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
So after the field goal, Riley back out as he'll send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll set up to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
That's another Jets first down. A gain of 12.
They go play action here on 1st down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. So touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but looking like that won't be the case here.
Yeah, it looks like someone put their dukes up a little bit, doesn't it? Maybe decided to finally make a stand because those first 2 drives, they got run over. Now, finally, got their feet under them, got a little bit of balance. They're getting off the field.
The Dolphins offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there.
First down. First and 10.
They'll look to throw now on first down. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
I could spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage, but when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Down the right sideline.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Devon Achane.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here. You hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. The drive summary that time, 5 plays.
And the drive finished off with a touchdown run from Devon Achane. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Jets ready to get going again here on offense. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
44 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
So they're backed up at the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw.
And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now.
And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 3 yards out.
And the Jets take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Extra point right down the middle. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And he is up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. He'll dump this off to Achane. Here's 2nd and 10.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
They'll set up a throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. So 8 yards on the completion there, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Now a 2nd and 2. Now they'll send Waddle in motion left.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. An anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to loft it deep right sideline.
Oh, that's into a double team. That's intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These 2 defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They're leading right now and on the heels of that victory last week against Arizona. 1st and 10 as they start this drive.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
At the 32-yard line.
A run straight ahead with Achane. 95 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I certainly like the idea. You're down on their side of the field. Get your big play guy involved. That time, they put one up for him to see if he can pull it down in the end zone. But the coverage was good, and it winds up incomplete.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Now back to throw. It's caught by Bryant. And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it'll be fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there, and they rallied and made the tackle.
And no return on this one as that kicks out of bounds, so they'll start just outside of their own 30-yard line. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Well, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now Riley for the PAT.
He's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
And New York set to take the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Out of the gun now on third down.
That one complete to Naylor. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Jets first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is first and 10 right now.
Now a give right side. Haywood. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. He'll look to throw.
Complete to Likely on the out route.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. He needed 2. He barely got back back to the line of scrimmage. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going forward there was the right call.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's H.M. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
That's good for a Dolphins first down.
Up the middle, H.M. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 106 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
First down. First and 10.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. So it takes them just 3 plays here to find the end zone. And you remember, of course, this was all set up by their defense.
Yeah, they got the stop on 4th down, so I imagine the offense said to their defense, thank you very much for this great starting field position. And like you said, 3 plays later, they're in the end zone.
Back out is the kicker, Ryland, and he'll send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And New York set to take the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
That goes for a gain of 31.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Oh, boy, buddy, did that just happen? I've got my hand over my eyes right now because, like him, it's going to haunt my dreams, too. He was wide open. How did he overthrow him there?
Defensively, just very lucky. You know that they got away with one there.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. Again, he'll drop the throw. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Jets.
On first down, Haywood. And brought down, but not before they get it inside inside the 10 to the 7. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. So there the defense denies the rookie of his potential first career touchdown.
And his first NFL touchdown celebration. I wonder if he's thought about it, if he has something cooked up in his head as he worked out with his team, and think about the celebration back home when he finally scores his first touchdown.
You don't get a second chance to make a first impression. We'll see what he does.
Well said, sir. Well said.
Brings up second and goal at the Dolphins' 8-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 8. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's now 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. So now 4th and goal. You're trailing by a decent amount here. What are you doing, Coach Davis?
Well, I've got to think to myself, just how many more opportunities am I going to have this close and have this chance? I've got to go for it right here. The clock's dwindling on me. Let's go get it done.
So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's caught by the tight end, Bryant.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now he'll try to run with this.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Quick hitter here, it's complete.
Number 10. An 8-yard gain. Brings up 2nd down.
There we go on 2nd and 12.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
3rd
and 8.
Jalen Waddle. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 8.
They're going to look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And New York set to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
They'll set up to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, It's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter.
Kenneth Grant, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up fourth down.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now in Miami, it's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the fourth quarter. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taking it about the 36. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. The home team's offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The drive starts with a run from H.M. And for one of the first times all night, he's going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. First and 10.
They'll give this to H.M.
And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48.
From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8.
At the Jets' 48-yard line.
On play action, they'll throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Brings up third down.
It's a quarterback sneak. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, at least at first glance, as he'll spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. On the toss, here's H.M. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. 130 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
After that run for a first down, I don't know that confidence can be much higher for an offense. They're doing exactly what they want to do on this drive.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achane taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Dolphins are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. So, Charles, they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. Now, last week, they had the close victory. This one more commanding, much more comfortable.
Well, the sense we got from them was that last week they felt like they didn't play their best. They got the win, but they weren't really on top of their game. But they put it all together here in this one, haven't they? What an impressive, impressive performance.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Chad Ryland to kick off.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And New York set to take the field. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, They've scored some points, and there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Second and 13. Open man is Naylor. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Over the middle, it's complete. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
They'll look to throw again. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
That's good for the Jets.
Back to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Abanikanda. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
And we constantly talk about people being on the same page. In this situation, the two of them saw the play with the same eyes. They understood where the open spaces were going to be, and they found a way to get there to pick up a new set of downs.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Makes it 3rd and 3.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Jets. First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
We'll give now to Abanikanda. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And just shedding him off there. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Israel Abanikanda, 26 yards. And the Jets are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point attempt to come here. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And a pretty good run there in the end to top it off. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Well, their home team's offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And the Jets pressure, 2 launches, down he goes. Jermaine Johnson able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really nice play coming off the edge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Looking to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 3rd and 12.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 12.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
New York's offense back out there and set to go.
They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Looking middle, and that's complete. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
The coverage by Jordan Whitehead.
They'll set up a throw.
That one complete to Neal.
And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Another Jets. 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. One last shot at the end zone.
Well, this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Miami, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.